Good job, man. You did a wonderful job today.
Pat myself on the back.
That's
Hey.
right. What's up, guys?
Oh my gosh, is it Monday? It feels like Monday.
What's up, Bruce?
That's funny.
I like it. I like it. You totally look like him, bro.
I would have, yeah, grayscaled it just a little bit more, you know, but all otherwise good. What's going on from Chicago?
What's up, Donnie?
Oh, there we go, dude. When you have that, like
35
when
and
you're
sunny.
scratching,
How is 35 and sunny?
and you find a piece of ABS stuck behind your ear.
Yeah.
That's telling you what kind of day it's been.
KT, what's up?
Oh my gosh.
Hello, gentlemen.
Good day, sir.
Hey, Jose.
Hola, muchacho.
Shh.
What's up, DNF?
What's up, Brian?
You know, it's Monday. I gotta be honest. Oh,
Who is
Morella, man.
Natasha?
Oh, Natasha's in there.
Is Natasha? Or is Casey?
I don't know.
It's after
I'll
hours.
I'll take either one. I gotta be honest. They're both damn attractive people.
Hey, bros.
You
Bros.
God, that was a good time spending it with them.
Oh, that was
And,
awesome.
Like,
Awesome.
oh my gosh.
Had a wonderful time, and yeah.
You know, and I tried that.
I think that was the best
Coke.
part. Yeah.
No,
You know, that day, spending time with them and just hanging out.
Yeah, I mean,
and
I
everything.
you know, I
Yeah.
always like when we get to. I always like being able to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like it you know.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fun.
What's that, Sam?
It kind of takes. You know, because then you get together with car stereo guys. We don't really talk about car stereo. You talk about the world and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then you bring Frankie, and then it's like, boom, a bomb drops in the middle of the room. So it was really cool. But I did have that disgusting Coke. So I will always remember that experience.
It gotta be.
I was falling asleep,
Coke,
man. I hit the wall. Hey, speaking of long time no talk. No, you literally skipped over him.
Oh, I do that. Look, you see?
Yeah, no, it's like, screw
keep
you.
going.
Long time no talk. Yeah, what's up, Mr. Marty Dean? Checking in.
What's up?
We did speak earlier today. So it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dude, we were definitely suffering from a case of the Mondays. Yesterday was a long day, I think, for both of us. More so for you. We had the big birthday party.
That's
So that
tired, man.
that was fun.
Just running around.
Well, I mean, so my day kind of played out like
Like a Fight Club. We don't talk about car stereo.
yeah, right?
The thing is, like, we always talk about car
We
stereo.
always talk about car stereo, except for when we're... Okay, so, like, when you're at a convention, you can talk. When you're at the bar,
You can talk.
you can kind of talk, but I feel like the bar is one of those things where it's like, let's talk about other stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. It just go in a circle because you start different conversation, but
Yeah.
you always ended up talking about
Yeah, but I don't know.
It is
'cause
cool.
It's weird, because, yeah, bar talk is always fun. There's been plenty of times where I've gone to one of these conventions, and
Oh, we
Marty
should make
will
that.
probably attest to this, is that, like, I don't want to get up to, like, 2 or 3 in the afternoon, because really the only time I'm looking forward to is, like, after the show floor closes and we all had, like, eat dinner, and then it's like, where's everyone going to be?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's, and then I suffer from bad case of FOMO.
We should make, like, welcome to the bar talk.
What's up, William? Nice picture, man. Look at that. Speaking of that picture, you know what tomorrow is? Wednesday
is tomorrow?
No, tomorrow's Tuesday. See, I'm already jumping ahead. That's how
It's in
much I want
Pittsburgh.
this week to just be over. Wednesday, we're going to have Brian Schmidt and Mark from Cardio Fab on. Yes, time to relax and chat.
Yeah.
We are going to have them on YouTube.
Yep.
So we'll be having a big show with those two guys. This will be the first time we've ever, like, had Mark on
On
like,
the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this is the first one. We never have.
What were you doing there?
Oh, no, nothing.
Were you trying to get to that picture?
I was trying to, and
I
then I'm
don't know
like,
why you're
where
on
is
the
it?
internet.
Yeah.
It's the same place you left it.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
there you go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
so Fernando made this cool, little click here to remind us. But yeah, Wednesday, 6:30 on YouTube, we're gonna be doing the show. So we're pretty excited to have those guys on. It ought to be a lot of fun for sure.
Right.
Hey, from Northern Maine. What's up, Tony? Sound Effects checking in. What's up, Gary?
What's up? Right there, Tony.
Yep.
Yeah.
LS460. Why? Yes. Why does that?
Yes.
I know we have.
Yeah, we did.
Have you? Which one is the LX460?
I don't know, but it's a Lexus.
I know. It's I know. It's just like, oh, hold on. Let me just double check.
Yeah.
LS460. Because I
Yeah.
always get these things confused.
Me
They
too,
They
yeah.
never make any sense.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. This is the big body. Yeah.
What year?
Yeah. That's that Nightmare. That was the one we just did with the tweeters. I bet you that was because that looks like the one with the tweeters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck.
No kidding.
Go with God.
Oh, hey, buddy. How everything going,
Clint.
well, man?
Good day, my friend.
Yeah.
Stay strong.
That's right.
Definitely. Hey, speaking of Facebook, since there again, way to subtly transition us over there, Mr. Clint. We do this little thing where Clint, myself, and Fernando all hang out and police the 12-volt Clean Wire Club. That's right, 12-volt Clean Wire Club is a place you can go and show off all your cool wiring and whatnot. And every week, Fernando scours the page to find what he thinks is the winner.
Yep.
And we will jump over here to 2. And who do we have this week?
We have John Polo.
Okay, John Paulo.
Yeah.
So we got some sundown amplifiers.
Yep.
We got some big ass X-type crossovers. Looking good.
I like the subwoofer plug. Unplug it, plug it back in. Pretty nice.
Oh yeah,
You see it in the back?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's one of
Yep.
those big,
Yep.
suckers.
Yeah.
Nice. I like
Very
it.
cool.
Yeah, he did a nice job. Man, yeah, I like Hi-Fi's comment. Yeah, those crossovers are gigantic.
I know.
I think those are the old X-type. Because I think the new X-types have, that's first generation X-type.
Okay.
I think we still have a set of those next
Really?
door. Yeah, I think we do. Because I think those are the ones, I'm almost positive, they had little chips that you could put inside of them for different crossover points and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or jumpers. I don't know. It was really weird. They come with a bunch of parts, but
I'm from the 2000s. And
yeah, you're from the newer ones.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay. That's all right. But good job. If you're doing an awesome wiring job and you'd like to be, hey, post it. Fernando, if he loves it, he'll make it. And if not, a lot of people will comment on it and tell you what they would have done differently. And then you just go, okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you do. That's
Yes.
it.
Yeah. So remember, guys, if you posted a picture, then you can comment. If you're telling us how great you would do something and never posted a picture, maybe rethink your purpose.
Of posting it. Or commenting.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Oh, totally.
There are those that do and those that complain.
All right, guys. So
Probably not Mark Levinson. Oh God, I hope not. Big 4-door sedan. Yep. Rolling deep. Yeah, that Mark and his Levinson system. What other amps compare with power to the audio control 4.800 amplifiers? So if we're talking about, there again, we have the D and we have the LC. So if we're just talking about the LC, that's 120 watts by 4. So there are actually a couple, 120 is kind of big. There's no question about it.
120, yeah.
There's a couple out there that are 100. We've tested the Rockford Fosgate M5 800.4, and that thing came in at 110 watts for an amplifier that was this big. And that was very impressive. And everyone we've showed that to was very impressed, going, "Holy crap, that's a lot of power." Andy's new amplifiers, the one that the GBs, the G whatever A 150.4. The Audio Frog, that small little guy there, comes in as 110 watts. Or 100 watt. It was I think it's 120 by the time we amp dynoed it. It was 125 or something like that. If you haven't seen the amp dyno on that, definitely check it out. Now, if you need something with a DSP, that's going to be a little bit different. Hold on. Helix has the new DSP amp. Hold on. Why don't you take one while I check it out?
Alright, so let's see. No, not that one. Well, I'm gonna do it because why not? Anybody see the Will Smith?
Bitch!
Of course.
I'm gonna smack the taste out your mouth!
Everybody saw that. I'm pretty sure everybody right now saw that one.
What are your thoughts on it? Yes or no? I mean, he was defending his wife, let's be honest.
Totally.
I mean, I feel like I feel like a good many of you out there would probably do the same thing.
Good evening, guys.
Helix M4 DSP.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let's see.
Helix V8
Yeah. So.
or Addison Forza.
No, not enough power. Okay, so another amplifier. There again, 120 is a hard amp, man. When Chris was working on that, he wanted that sucker big. So another amp that's going to have a DSP in that 4-channel. Now this is the Helix M4 DSP. So this is a little bit different because this actually has a bigger DSP. So the amplifier in question has 5 channels of DSP. This has substantially more. Doesn't this have like 10 channels of DSP or 8 channels of DSP?
Which one? What is that one?
I'm trying to find it. But anyways, we'll get down to the power here where it is at 4 ohm or 2 ohm. It is 100 watts.
It's 100 watts, yeah.
You got maximum power output is 135 watts. My guess is it's probably somewhere near that. 1 to 4 volts of input. All right, let me figure out how many channels of DSP this has. Bear with me because we just picked these things up. So
yep.
And of course, this is going to have an up mixer. It's going to have the rear effects channels and all those other cool things.
All right, so I'm going to say this one will be carrying the Audio Frog amplifiers? Question mark.
As of right now, no.
Right.
Yeah.
We just did review.
Because they're awesome amplifiers.
Yes, correct. But who knows? Maybe in the future.
Yeah, we're not totally opposed.
We
to doing
never
it.
say no. Correct.
All right.
They're great amplifiers.
Yeah. Man, I'm sorry, man. I can't read this in a timely manner to where it actually makes sense. But there's a couple amplifiers to check out.
What's up, Oscar?
No, and there again, Oscar sells Audio Frog.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
What's that,
Oscar,
Kenny?
Oscar, that's
Jay's Tent
in Dallas.
Forward.
So there, we just picked up Helix and Blam, which is a move we've been trying to make for a while, and so right now it's not expanding out past that. Really doesn't seem like a good idea at the moment because there again we have to integrate those products into the knowledge base. So we'll see how it goes. You know. If it's still available and we're ready for it, we'll do it. If not, well then, you know. But I'm not. I would love to. I would love to carry the line because it's a small line. It's not a really, you know, it's 2 amplifiers and a half dozen or a dozen speakers.
You're right.
So you know we could definitely do some fun with it. But
will it be possible to do an amp dyno on a 4-channel Moscone?
Yes, we can amp dyno any amplifier we want.
Yes.
As far as the Moscone, it would just be a matter of us getting the Moscone amp in.
Yeah.
Is it that time already?
It is that time.
All right, it's that time already.
Yeah.
All right, let me finish this. Our amp dyno. So when we bought the amp dyno, we knew we were going to be doing 4 channels and 5 channels and 6 channels. Our goal was never to compete with Hi-Fi or Big D or the cheap amp guys or the big amp guys or any of that stuff.
The different amplifiers.
Like we that's not our market. We're not gonna dive into that because it's really not our thing. So, you know, we have a giant load resistor bank that we built that is inside of a Scar Audio amplifier. What are the odds of that? And we built that so that we could test anything we wanted. We also have standalone giant bus load resistors, so if we need something that handles more power, we can. But we did that so that when we test all these amplifiers, every channel is loaded down so we get the most accurate reading we can under the circumstances that we're in. Someone had made a comment on one of the videos like, yeah, but it's probably going to be a little less because it's not loaded down on the channels. I'm like, amateur, yeah, they're all loaded down. What do you think, we're doing this for fun? You know? We didn't spend all this money and then kind of half-ass it. It's not how we roll, dog. Right. So, Fernando's got that thing going across the bottom there, so I'm going to just take this quick moment to remind you guys that Focal makes a brand or series called Auditor. Focal is the brand, Auditor is the series. If you're looking for a quality, affordable, Focal, that's right, Focal speaker, check out focal-usa.com/line/auditor. The other thing too is if you can't find a Focal dealer in your part of the world, you can go to focal-usa.com, and they do have, right in the right-hand side of the screen, dealer locator. So you can go right away and you can find the closest Focal dealer to you if you are lost and can't find one. And just to prove that point, we'll turn this off for a second. All right, I'll do that again. Okay. Boom. There it is right there. Dealer locator, top right-hand side of the page. So nice.
You click in there, put your location, and that would take you where the dealer is.
See, that's where Blackmagic screwed up, because they put the record button and
next to the
and so I always accidentally so I had to,
All right, I have this one
Makes
right here.
editing suck.
Talking about all the Orca products.
Hey guys, on a three-way Focal access using the passive crossovers, should I set the additional high pass and low pass crossovers on the DSP, and what values would they be? Or just set to off position and take advantage of the DSP, other DSP stuff, time alignment, EQ, etc. Okay, so funny you should ask. So over here on the board, this guy right here, go ahead and turn that question off for me for a second so we can have full picture. If you'll see this guy right here, I'm gonna Will Smith you. What is it? This guy, this bottom guy right here. This one is the Access three-way crossover, I believe.
Just go up so you can see it better.
Okay. So on the side, you'll see you have your tweeter, mid, woofer, and then your two inputs. And what these passive crossovers are designed to do is they are designed to put a bottom on the tweeter, meaning how low will that tweeter play. They're designed to put a top on the mid-range, meaning how high up it'll play, usually right around where that tweeter crossover is. How low that mid-range will play, meaning keeping the bass away from it, and then a top on the mid-bass to match up to that mid-range, meaning how high will that mid-bass play. But what it does not do is give you the next step, which is the bottom for the mid-bass. So if you don't put a crossover on there, then what happens is that mid-bass will play all the way down to as low as it possibly can, which is going to be, below 20 hertz. So on your DSP that you have, what you're going to do is set that channel's crossover to about 80 hertz. 12 dB, 24 dB, whichever one you if you're playing loud, crazy, obnoxious music, go for 24 dB. If you're, more subtle, more tame, you could do 12. But 80 hertz is a good place to start to blend in with your subwoofer, because your subwoofer, you're probably going to cross that over 80 hertz as well. But yes, you're going to want to use the crossover on there to do that.
There you go. Alright, so now we're going to go with Chris. Can you add a front-facing camera in the front, in the factory radio in a 2021 Chevy Silverado?
Mel, can you do this, Mel? Mel, do you guys make an adapter to do this? Mel, are you still listening, Mel?
Hi, Mel.
Come on, Mel, this is calling your name.
Alright, so
hold off on that one. We'll see if Mel's going to rescue us on that, because if anyone would know, Mel would, because he works for Amp Global, who would be making the interface. So,
all right,
we'll hold out and see if Mel comes back. Hey guys, I have a 1987 BMW 325 looking to do a simple Alpine system, kick panel speakers, rear deck speakers, and a 10-inch sub 5-channel amp. What would you recommend? Not Alpine. Alpine doesn't really make a 5 1/4 anymore, and that's what you're going to need. So, yeah, probably not go Alpine. There again, nothing against Alpine, they just don't make the parts that you need to do that install. I would look more at the Kenwood Exelon, both their 5-channel amplifier and their speaker lines. They make 5 1/4s, both coaxials and components in the Exelon line, and their radios will do the color that you're looking for that BMW. And their amplifiers are small. There he is!
Yeah, there he is. We're just talking about him.
We're talking about you, Mr. Vacation, Mr. J. Cook, Mr. Ohio.
Yeah.
What's the name of the shop?
Ohio.
Columbus Car Audio?
Columbus Car Audio.
Dude, I've only said it like 5 times today. Okay, how many of you guys out there, let's go back and see if Mel chimed in yet.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I mean,
Come on, Mel. How many of you guys
just like,
how
hang on.
many of you guys suffer from, like, you'll say something all day long and then when you get, like, you have to remember it, you totally forget it. Like, I've said Columbus Car Audio probably 4 or 5 times today.
Here you go. Come on.
Thank you. If you guys are up in Ohio, Columbus
Write
Car
it
Audio,
down next time.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, Dan Giancola. Yeah, all right, I hear you. Oh, Dan Giancola's like, whoa, somebody just say my name? Yeah. Anyways,
Right.
that's a funny story. We can turn off the banner now. If you
All
like.
right.
Okay?
Yes, of
so
course.
Thank
We
you
can
again,
turn it
Focal,
off.
for sponsoring the show. All right. Use the DD1 to check my radio distortion. Got the green lights. Barely come on even at max volume. Any suggestions? What kind of radio is it? I guess would be the idea. It sounds like you have a very low voltage output on the radio. I'd want to know what kind of radio it is. However, there is a world in which this is not the end of the world, and actually there's a manufacturer that makes something specifically for this, and it works brilliantly. When we talked to our buddy Matthew Palumbo, he's like, "Hey man, this is the piece for it." Now the problem is it is $199, and I only say that because the page is going to show you. However, you might really like your radio. And this will solve all those worries. And this is the Audio Control Matrix. That's a 6-channel line driver with audio control, salt and pepper built into it, which is really the best way to say that. It just sounds freaking awesome. It's small and compact. But yes, if you're trying to take a radio that has a very low voltage output and is not very excitable, and you're going to have to crank your gains up on your amplifier, that's what this device was made to fix. So they make a 1-channel version of this, which is the LC1i, but if you have 6 channels and you want to do it, then this would be the tool. And also, since you mentioned it, hey, you know who the second sponsor is for the show? We might get all these out of the way early so that we don't have to have headers up. God, that would be wonderful.
Right?
Hold on, let me see if I can... I totally lost my page. There it is. This show is also brought to you by Audio Control. Make your rate sound great. You can find them at audiocontrol.com. Anyways, moving on.
Moving on. All right. We got this one.
Oh, gosh. What'd you flag all the books?
Yeah.
Mel still hasn't answered. I'm really disappointed in Mel. I watch a lot of your install videos and find you guys extremely helpful. I have an F-150. I am about to install an Audio Control D51300. I've seen you use their load resistors on one F-150 install, but not all of them. Please help me wrap my head around this. And would you recommend that I use them for my install? I am using the factory 8-inch head unit. In case it wasn't clear, thank you so much for your wisdom that you share with all of us. All right, so the reason why we haven't used them as of late is because iData came out with the DFO2. The DFO2 harness. That is iData Link Maestro. So you can go to maestro.com. And they came out with the DFO2 harness that's combined with the AFO2. I'm sorry, jeez. All right, slow down. Came out with the DFO2. Could you just remove that? I think that's what's screwing me up. The DFO2 is designed to interface with their AR. The two of them plug into the radio, give you a harness, but what the AR does is the same thing that ForScan does, is it reflashes the radio to remove the EQ and set it to a 4-volt output. Once it's done that, we don't have to worry about the load resistors anymore, because now it's changed the way the amplifier is sensing itself and the load that it's changed how the amplifier is reading the signal from the speakers. I mean, it's not expecting to see a speaker load anymore. Now it's a variable voltage, low voltage output. So anytime we can do that, we do that, and then we don't need to worry about load resistors. If you're not planning on doing something like that, where you're going to keep the factory output, go into the amplifier, that's when you need the load resistors. So DFO2 AR, reflash the radio is one option. Second option is to buy a ForScan adapter and download ForScan, reflash the radio yourself. There are a ton of YouTube videos explaining how to do that. Third option would be to leave the radio the way it is, put in your load resistors, and attach it to the amplifier. All three options will get you to the end, which is an awesome sounding system. That's really about it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oscar is young.
When is the video of my baby coming out? So thank you for asking, Oscar, and it's funny you should ask that because we were going to talk about that tonight. One of the things that we've just realized is that we haven't released any of the car videos from Knowledge Fest. I know, right? What are the odds? It's crazy. So along this week, last week we released the Audio Frog amplifier. We did that, which went very well. Thank you guys for watching it. This week we're going to release one of the car videos, and it's not going to be Oscar's. I apologize, Oscar. Yours will probably be the week after. But we are going to release the Alpine F1 Status car that we had the pleasure of sitting in with Mr. Steve Brown and Chris Tagoo in the back seat running support. We had a great time sitting in there. It's going to be a long video. It's actually going to be a two-part video. I'm probably going to try to release both parts on the same day, but God willing, those will be out sometime this week. And the reason why it's two-part is because they played copywritten music, and so we are going to cut the video into the sound demo because that's going to get flagged and you're not going to make it, and then we'll go back to the conversation. So there'll be two videos. You'll be able to stop the one, watch the other, then go back to it, see the other half. So you know what? Thinking about it, we might do Oscar's car because
it's easy.
That's gonna be a lot of work. Shoot, I didn't even think about that. That one might have to wait till next week. You might get Oscar's car this week. I tell you what, you're getting a Tesla this week. Let's just leave it at that. It's part of fatherhood, Dean. LOL, gray hair and forgetting names. Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, I have the whole Fantastic Four thing going on here. The Reed Richards hair thing. See there again. I can't believe I pulled that name out of my butt.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. No.
You can remember Columbus Car Audio.
Nothing here. Gray here. Lots of gray here.
All right.
When setting gains in an audio control amp, how good is the source clip detector? Wondering if that would be sufficient enough, or do I need a DD1 to set the gains? I tell you what, we've always used their source clip protector, and it's worked great for us in the past. So I've never busted out the DD1, and I don't get backbone speakers. So I'm sure you'll be okay using it. Keep in mind that the way it works is it's one light for all channels, so it just detects them. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to do one channel, get it to where, and then you're going to move to the next channel. Anytime that light comes on, back down that one channel. And that's really about it.
All right.
Found my engine noise. Was where RCA run parallel to wire harness. Damn it, really?
There you go.
I mean, wow. What kind of RCAs were you running? Just out of pure curiosity, Jay. I'd like to know. Chris Vera says hi. What's up, Chris? Hey, Chris, hi. Are you going to? Are you coming down to Knowledge Fest in Orlando in June? Just curious. Oh, and speaking of Knowledge Fest,
there you go.
Oh man, way to segue. Gosh. If you guys or if anybody here is going to Knowledge Fest in Indianapolis coming up this weekend?
Yeah, that will be this weekend, right?
Coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
Ooh, if anybody's going to Indy, let me shut this off.
Yeah, he's going. Here. Yes, he's going.
Down on Sunday, if you're still there on Sunday, predictable and profitable system tunings put on by our friend Dan Bauman from Titan Motorings. He is going to be talking about tuning and lots of fun stuff. But the reason why I bring it up is, for one, Dan's a friend of ours. Not that, well, pretty much everyone that's teaching class is friends of ours. However, Dan reached out to me and said, hey man, I'm going to be talking about DSP and setting things up and doing all kinds of stuff. And I'm on the last class on Sunday, and I want people to stay to see my class. Can I get an IRTA2 from you to give away? I said, I would love to give you an IRTA2 to give away. So I have shipped him one out today, hopefully. So if anyone is going to be there, not only do you get to learn a lot of cool stuff from Dan, who's a very smart guy, you also have the opportunity to win an IRTA2. So if you're a professional and you're going to Knowledge Fest Indy, you might want to check out his class.
Yep.
And for those of you that are going, what time is the class? What time is the class? It is going to be Sunday at 3:50 to 4:10. So 3:50 to 4:10 will be the last class they teach. But yeah, I would strongly suggest, if you have the opportunity to do it, so that you too could win an IRTA2. And for the rest of you that can't win one, well, head over to DNF Tool Drawer and you can buy one. Moving on.
That's right.
We just lost Mel. Mel just kind of ditched us.
Mel,
What's
Mel,
up,
I
Lewis?
think he went and put some sound editing
Oh,
on
some
there.
Stinger 4000s. Wow,
Yeah,
Jay.
yeah. He said
Man,
right there.
that is crazy.
That's crazy. I mean,
Oof.
yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, at least you figured it out. That's all that matters, because I need you to bring RTA2 signed to Orlando. We'll have them in Orlando. We'll definitely have them in Orlando. More questions, please. Since I have a T-harness installed in my F-150 wired to my LC7i, it seems it would be simpler and less expensive at this point to add the load resistors when I install the D51300. Would you agree? Which one should I use, and what sound difference, if any, should I anticipate? Thank you. What year is the F-150, Scott? Would be the only thing I'd have to ask. If it's like less than 3 years old, do we need them on the new ones? No, the only thing we need it on is the new Ranger. So if it's not the new dash, if it's the old dash, you need the blues, the LGD blues. And make sure you take your LC7i out before you put the D51300 in. You will have to change the connectors because the D uses the smaller Phoenix connectors. But take the LC7i out. It would be redundant. You don't need one for the other. The LC7i is built into the D51300, which I'm sure you knew and you were going to do, but just in case. But yes, get the LGD blues. And audibly, you really probably won't hear a difference. What they're there for is to save your tweeters, because in the F-150, what happens is when it doesn't see a load, the amplifier becomes unstable and creates some high-frequency distortion that a lot of tweeters just cannot handle, and you end up just cooking the tweeters. So there again, better safe than sorry. So,
all right.
Definitely Orlando, can't go to the others. No, and there again, Chris, I mean, you know, the fact that you're going to that one would be great. So I need you to bring your RTA signed. Yeah, don't worry, man. We'll hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to hang out this time. So
You gotta hang out.
Got to stay at the event hotel,
Mm-hmm.
because that's key, and then you got to hang out with us at nighttime, because that's a lot of fun. And we'd love to have you hang
That's
out
the most fun.
and meet the guys and just do all kinds of fun stuff. It is the most fun. We covered that earlier.
Oh, totally.
I was setting up a...
Kenwood radio crossovers.
Okay, go
What
ahead.
is the... I know, I was reading it
What is the
before.
best slope for front and rear high pass and subwoofer? So it's a Butterworth crossover. It's not a Linkwix Riley. So 12 is the typical, like what you do on a head unit. However, with a head unit, you're typically going to do like a set of coaxials or a basic set of components where you're not really going to have to worry about blending a tweeter in with a mid-bass.
Mm-hmm.
So 12 is a good place to start. If you find like you're cranking it up and you're getting some low-end distortion, then maybe go to 18 or 24 just to reduce the amount of sound getting to those lower frequencies, because you're going to cut it off faster. So that's where you kind of get to play with that. The other thing too is that sometimes, there again, 80 hertz is a great place to be, but let's say you're running a 6x9 and you're like, I really want to play it a little bit lower because I'm not 35 all day long, and you want to try to get some of that mid bass back. Well, then maybe 70 hertz at, let's say, 24, just so you can play it down a little lower. However, you have to be careful because sometimes that slope does change the way it sounds. So, but yes, you can play with it, have some fun. Don't worry. But if you want to just play it safe, 80 hertz, 12 dB, enjoy, have fun.
All right.
That's all you're doing is listening to bass music, in which case 24, man. Just don't blow shit.
Hey,
Hey,
if you have to choose between the Audio Frog 4-channel amplifier in the lab or the Audio Control LC 1.800,
no, 800
4.8, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
the
It's
4-channel, which one
backwards.
would you like better? Ooh,
Well, we know that
That's
the audio
hard.
control has more power.
yes. But I feel that, for
So-
my car, I would,
You've had both.
yes. And I love them, like, both of them sound really nice. I guess that would be more like, if you need more space, like 2-3 amplifiers, 4 channels, depends what you want to do.
They're both Class D.
They're both Class D.
They both sound
amplifiers.
amazing.
Very powerful.
I think I think you're right. I think it just comes down to space.
The space.
You know, if you need the space, then
I would pick the Audio Frog. Yeah. So
it's
if
definitely...
it's only what I'm running right now, I mean, it's like audio control would be nice.
Yeah.
You guys ask
hard
questions.
But the thing is I'm not buying the LC.
No.
I'm buying the D. So it's
always with the D.
I'm getting the D, bro. taking it like a champ. Any issues with extending RCAs by a few feet with double female connectors, changing setup, and need a little bit more length?
Ooh.
Keith, good luck. I cannot stand RCA barrel connectors. I refuse to use them. I have not found a good set, and I have bought every single one of them that I can find. I've got cheap ones, I've got gold ones, I've got machined ones, and they all suck and bite me in the ass. So
I mean, they might work, for a few months or whatever, but then
I refuse to do this. The only time we'll ever use an RCA barrel connector is for backup camera. Other than that.
And it's just,
even that, we're trying to can we just move? Can we pull the seat out of the car maybe and just? I would try to find the room, man. I would pull the seat, run it a little different way. Don't go up into the dash. Go with this. Anything,
I know, man. It's hard.
But using those things,
Yeah.
they suck so bad.
Yeah.
We will hang for sure. I hope so, Chris. Make sure they make good connections. Seen problems do that. Yep.
There you go.
Exactly, Lewis
knows.
And he's in Portugal. He's on the other side of the world. He still has problems with them. What the hell? That just tells you how bad they suck. They can't get them right globally.
Right.
I have two DeMore E-Series now. The 4-channel is too weak. Okay. All right. With knowing that now, I'm going LC. Okay? Because he wants power.
Yeah.
And as we started at the beginning of the show, these are power. These are straight power, man. That LC 4.800 is a big bitch, man.
Yeah,
it's got tons of power.
And I'm pretty sure they sound amazing too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, they do. But trust me, you're not going to be disappointed with the audio control.
Not at all.
Okay. There's a 2.4 for them. We'll have to charge them double for this one. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Add that on.
Ching.
Add that on.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Did we? Okay, so we did that.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna clean house here real quick.
No, perfect.
No, you can keep going. So we talked about Dan's. We talked about that. We talked about audio control. We talked about auditor.
Barrel connectors are only 4.
Nothing. All right, let's throw our ad up there real quick. So the other thing too is, we've been talking about the auditor, and this week we're actually staying late because they're going into Haley's car. So all those auditor speakers that we've shown you guys, we're going to be putting them into Haley's. We're taking out the stuff that's in Haley's car now, and we're putting those in. So we're gonna we're hoping we have enough time to put the amplifier in. So that'll be neat because she's got a radio now, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So you're looking that up.
What
are you looking up? Where are you
Not
going?
that one.
I was gonna say, what church is that? Why don't you? Were you trying to go to Amp Global or PAC?
No, this one right here, just in case that we're gonna.
Oh no, I thought you were gonna look up that guy's GM thing.
I look, I can't find it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I put Chevy too. And
all right, yo, Hi-Fi Veg in the house. Up? Great, we got a question for Hi-Fi. Rumor has it that 12V Talk is starting back up again. I don't remember what night you guys used to do that. What night did you guys do 12V Talk?
That was not Tuesday.
And when are you guys starting it? I don't remember.
Because that was Monday us, Tuesday's them.
Okay, so I know 2 days. I know Monday and I know Thursday.
That was Wednesday. No?
Maybe they were Wednesday. I don't know, but I know there's probably a lot of people. Dude, it's been like 3 or 4 months. So, what day, and what time are you guys doing? Bringing back 12V Talk? Because I don't remember. When is the last time you refused to work on a client's vehicle?
Last week.
Week and a half ago?
Probably.
Yeah, about a week and a half ago.
That's funny.
So here's the thing.
Well, I mean, it's not like you refused.
No, it's not their fault.
No.
It just wasn't the right mix. So there we go. We'll come back to that. So here's the thing. Sometimes people will show up with equipment, and the conversation I always start like, look, dude, as every installer will tell you the same thing when they go, the guy comes in and he says, I bought this stuff, I don't have time to put it in. I used to do this for a living, or some nonsense like, I used to do this all the time, I just don't have time anymore. And it's like, whatever, I don't care. But you'll bring in stuff, and it's like, it's not really what we do, or you'll want it done in a way that we don't do it, and then it's like, we don't do it that way. Well, I want it done that way. Well, then we're not the right fit for you. Or you're in a hurry, like you need it done immediately, and it's like, sorry, man, we just don't have the time.
Right.
Very rarely is it a case where it's like, I just don't want to work on your car because it's disgusting. I mean, unfortunately, I'd love to do that more. But a lot of the times, it's not the right mix. Like, they'll want us to do something that we're just not comfortable doing, or they'll want us to do something we just don't want to do because that's not how we do things, or they'll bring in a bunch of stuff and we're like, we're not going to use any of that, and that's like a deal breaker for them, and it's like, hey, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. It's no harm, no foul.
I feel more of it's a product, the wrong product for what we do.
Yeah, you show up with an amplifier that's like this big, and you got a pickup truck, and you're like, I just want it put on, it's like, no, man.
The system is not for you, it's for me, okay?
Yeah. Sometimes it's okay to tell somebody no. I feel that's way in any business, whether you're a cook, a cleaner, a car repairman, you're a service of any kind. Sometimes people ask you to do things that just don't make sense to you as an individual doing, running a business, and you just have to say, hey, look, I appreciate you coming in, but I don't think we're a good fit, and you just move on. Yeah. It's not the end of the world. You get a bad Google review because they say you were a jerk or something like that, and whatever, It's not the end of the world.
Not everybody's going to win.
Not everyone's going to make it. Any idea when Chris Bennett's most frequent Facebook post is about?
What's Chris
Bennett? I don't know. How did I not read idea? Yes, I know exactly what Chris Bennett's last Facebook post was about. We're good friends. However,
I think it's just
it's his thing. Yeah. So I'm not going to comment on it because it's his post and. But yeah, I know what it's about. I mean, I was just answering the question.
No, totally. I just feel that was very something that he had to say.
Yeah.
Can I order a head unit from you guys and have you wire up with a harness for a 2008 Corvette that will allow the backup camera and the pink wire for speed sensors to work when I plug it in?
Probably not. I don't think there's a... Dude, I don't even know what they make for an 08 Corvette. I know they don't make an iData.
No, that would be PAC.
Yeah, that would have to be PAC or an 08. Yeah, I mean, see what they pull a PAC, see what they make for an 08. Yeah, I don't know why iData doesn't go back that far. I mean, I know why iData doesn't go back that far, but can we just do one of these? Corvette. It's right there. It's right there. Down, right there. Yep.
It's a lot of C's.
I know, there is.
I don't know.
Year 08.
08. Alright.
Search.
And then we do search. And then we wait for a few minutes.
Allow the backup camera. And so, I mean, does the 08...
It has a backup camera?
I don't think it... No, I don't think 08
I don't think it has a backup camera.
Yeah. I mean, trust me.
Unless you already have a backup camera.
In a Corvette, the least of your worries is the harness. That's for damn sure.
Oh, yeah. Worry about the backup camera.
Yeah, because the rest of that...
apparently it's not working.
No, it takes a minute. It's very slow. Their website is very, very slow. So keep going down. I
know, that would be...
Yeah, so make a GM5. Yeah.
GM...
or an RP4 GM11. Oh, yes, this was the one we just did last week.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, because it didn't work.
Yeah, exactly. So that would be...
that would be a nightmare. The answer to that is no. Not because we don't want to, but because that particular car... there is an issue with, and there are pins that have to be redone if they don't work the way they're supposed to. We just actually did one of those, and it was a nightmare.
Oh, look at Mario over here. That's a C6. I don't know what's that C6, C8. I get confused with that.
See yourself out the door.
It's confusing.
It's like BMW guys, man. It's an E63. I don't know what that means. I have a and there's a model number for
The
Mustangs
E46.
too.
I remember the E46 because I had one.
No,
But other than that,
yeah. But no, I'll pass on that one. It's
just
whatever. You know, there's
I remember
there's a model
G6.
number for my Mustang too, which I've seen, and I have no idea what the hell they're talking
pretty
about.
sure.
But
I mean,
no, it's
No,
no C7. I think he has a C7.
oh my god, I have.
His
no
is either a
idea.
C7 or a C8.
I remember this song, the G6.
Yeah. I would have to add the camera and head with the head unit. So here's the thing. Wrong button.
Right there.
So over on pack-audio.com, you know, they list all the parts that you need. Really, at the end of the day, the RP4 GM11 is what you're going to need to work that. And as far as speed sense go, you don't need speed sense anymore. Speed sense is it's out. You don't need it. So Pioneer will automatically go into. They have like a digital mode that they go into. Kenwood doesn't need it anymore. Even though they have it on the harness, it's not required.
Right.
So they stopped requiring that, and honestly, it works great without it because we have to put them in a lot of older vehicles. But the RP4 GM11 does have speed sense on it if you do want to connect it. The problem you run into with that particular car is the remote turn on for the factory amplifier isn't always there. So if you get it, you don't have sound immediately. You have to repin the harness to add in a remote turn on. But other than that, it's actually a pretty solid piece. And it's not color for color on the emergency brake, VSS, and reverse trigger, but they all work.
Yeah.
So from that regards, really the only headache you run into is the amplifier turn on. So if you can manage to get that car apart, like, for one, holy cow, it's not a fun car to work on. Wiring up this harness, like I said, that is the least of your worries. So I wouldn't be afraid to tackle that.
You got this, buddy.
Totally got this.
Yeah, totally.
So, whatever.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So are you having a fun time with the star button?
Yes.
I see you've been using it. Don't forget, Wednesday at 6:30 on YouTube. Yep, don't forget Wednesday on YouTube. We will be having your boys, not your boy, your boys, Mr. Brian Schmidt and what is this?
Mark,
CardioFab Mark will be on the show. So you're going to want to tune in for that. We'll be doing all kinds of fun and excitement. God, we look so young then, don't we? I mean,
I'm still look the same, man.
no, you don't.
Ah,
Dude, that was like 4 or 5 years ago.
That's 4 years ago.
Yeah, that was like 4 years ago.
That's crazy.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That is insane. Hold on. Have you heard the new Hertz shallow mount sub yet? I don't even think they're shipping. I've seen them. I've touched them.
Yeah.
But I have not heard them yet. I'm hoping to because I feel with what they resemble, there's probably a pretty good chance that they're going to sound good. Your boy is trademarked.
Trademark. That's good.
Yeah, I think it should be. It's your boy. It's your boy. High five, Vega. But anyways.
No, but other than that, that was good.
What are you talking about? I don't know.
No, the shallow mount.
Oh.
I mean, we
honestly,
haven't heard of it, but it looks nice.
I'm more interested in seeing the new DSP that
Me
they
too.
have.
Yeah.
I want to see the new... Because Village Guys Hertz is coming out with a smaller DSP that ought to be pretty cool. So that'll be fun. I like that. I like small DSPs. I mean, that's why we picked up Helix. I mean, we got that new 5 channel that's only... Actually, I think the new 5 channel... hold on.
The match?
Yeah, the match.
Match.
We haven't even seen that yet. All right, let me do this.
No, match amplifiers, DSPs are really small. Really nice. So... so I heard that they are shipping out. Okay, so yeah. I don't think we have one
No,
yet.
I wouldn't even be on. I wouldn't even have had him order one.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
if
I wouldn't have had him
somebody
order
order one, yeah, why
one. No,
not?
we wouldn't have ordered one.
But yeah,
All right, so check out this little guy here. This is so cool. So this is the Match 5.4 DSP. Okay, to give you scale, we all know how big an optical input is. That little guy there in the center of that is the optical, and there's the micro USB input right there. Look how, okay. So you can see how small that amplifier is. And there's the power plug on the other side. But this little guy here, I think this is what was in the Mercedes-Benz when we were in Cali that we did that that video on. I think this
the
is,
small one, yeah.
I think this is what was in there.
The first one, the first video that we did, yeah.
Yeah, which was super cool. But high power 60 watts by 4, and then 160 watts for the subwoofer at 2 ohm. So I mean, it's not a giant subwoofer amplifier, but dude, I could totally see, like, it's a fully functional DSP. Let's say you're gonna add, you're gonna add a front stage and let's say a 8, like a pickup truck where you're gonna put like an 8 in the back, or even a small, really efficient 10. I think that would sound pretty cool.
Yeah.
For sure. What's your choice on the newer Toyota Entune?
Intune?
Something with Acubase or an Epicenter, or why not both? Why not both? I mean, you could totally use both. They do 2 different things. An Epicenter is harmonic restoration, so it's designed to take recorded music and make it sound big and full, whereas an Acubase is designed to fix the factory's loudness roll-off that it has. So, this is okay. So let's talk about Acubase and bass roll-off for a minute, because this is one of those things that I was thinking about the other day. That I guess it's just because these manufacturers are doing it wrong.
What do you mean wrong?
All right, so
explaining it.
All right, the reason why Acubase exists is because of bass roll-off. Bass roll-off is just a cool word we came up with to describe factory loudness. All right, so loudness. Okay. If any of you guys have an aftermarket radio, other that is like, I think Sony, Kenwood, Pioneer all have loudness, to where at low volumes you turn on loudness and the treble gets bright and the bass gets boomy. It's great for low-level listening, and as you turn up the volume, everything else gets louder, but they plateau and they stop getting loud. Okay. One of the things that the Helix processor has in it is a DIY, do-it-yourself, loudness feature. Because like when we were interviewing Digos, he was talking about how he doesn't have a subwoofer level control because he uses the loudness feature in there, so that at volume he can, at low volumes it has impact, but then as he turns it up, of course the subwoofer, he doesn't want it to get big and boomy and overwhelming. So why not then, why are we so worried about this feature, I guess, is because we can listen to where the volume gets, like factory loudness. Like, we can literally use factory loudness to achieve a great sound, but I guess it's just because we're all like, we have to get the most out of everything. I think is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I think it just comes down to our own, like, oh man, I can get 20 more on the volume now, or I can get 15 more on the volume now. I got to keep going.
Right. Well, because, I mean, if they give you the option, you're always gonna go all the way.
So I just feel like I feel like we're not doing it right. I don't know. I just feel like if we set the gain structure properly, we can take advantage of the factory loudness and have the same effect as we would with, let's say, a good aftermarket radio and or the factory radio and its loudness. So I feel it's one of those things that it's like,
The real question is...
Has anyone smacked during the stream? Yes, they have. Yes. But back to the original thing. Yes, you could do Acubase and an Epicenter with no problem whatsoever, because they're fixing 2 totally different things. The Acubase is going in to turn or fix the loudness that is wearing out in the factory system, and the Epicenter is there to add deep bass to music that doesn't have deep bass, or deep bass music that you want to sound even more bassy.
More bassy.
So yeah, more boomy. You could do both with no problems whatsoever.
Yeah.
And, you know, don't talk about my wife being bald.
What did I miss?
Nothing. We're
smacking in the head.
I believe everyone is still stuck on the Will Smith thing.
That's crazy.
Kevin.
Yeah.
But no.
Whatever.
So I don't know. That's one of those thoughts, guys. These are the strange things I sit and think about when I'm running. And I'm like, why are we always worried about fixing this when it's actually there and it could be used better? You know, like we could, you could use factory loudness in a high-level situation to make the music sound good at low levels and then just call it a day.
Yeah.
So the Fix 86 could, in theory, DEQ bass roll-off. No, it can't. Because bass roll-off is dynamic. So bass roll-off is the reason why Acubase is patented technology is because as you turn the volume up, it's EQing as you're turning the volume up. So it's not it's
not fiction.
It's not a linear or a fixed amount. So it doesn't work like that. So it's active EQ is basically what's happening on the sub side. So it won't be able to fix that. You lose dynamic range if you compensate with gain structure. Not in every situation. I mean, there again, it's factory loudness. So at some point, the volume is going to plateau. So if you're trying to just make it sound good at normal listening levels, and then occasionally when you're like, but I get your point, but I feel everyone wants to be up here anyway, so it's not going to matter. It's just a thought. It's just one of those thoughts that's like in certain situations, using the factory, and I'm not talking about like gaining, like factory roll-off happens, depending on how it's set up. It's not going to work in every car, but it will work in some. And there again, Helix has it built into their loudness built in. So, and if you look at like aftermarket radios, they have a high and low feature. So, I don't know. It could be fun. Just something to think about.
Right.
I don't think there's one of these. I don't think it's a question where there's a right or wrong answer, or it's a definite no, you can't do it. Hey guys, I know it's a stretch. Any suggestions for Can-Am Spider audio upgrades? Can-Am. I thought Rockford was working on one of those.
Yeah?
I thought that Rockford had that. Have you checked Rockford?
Probably.
Rockford or...
What was the other one? What sounds?
MB Court?
No. Oh, MB Court. Yeah?
Yeah. Check Rockford or MB Court. I know it's not really our thing, but I'm pretty sure one of those guys is making something for that now.
Right.
Could be wrong.
Maybe
I don't
not.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'll look into that. No
Yeah.
problem.
All right, man.
And speaking of that, I'm going to look into getting the heck out of here because it is that time. So before you guys go, let me do this. If you're interested in actually seeing the signals that we talk about a lot in these things, such as like bass roll-off and or factory loudness, or trying to figure out what the signal's actually doing as you're turning up and down the volume, a tool that can help you do that is an electrical RTA, and we happen to sell one. It's called the iRTA2. It's called a 2 because it has a 2-channel RTA, so you can do 2 tweeters, 2 mid-range, a tweeter and a mid-range, any 2 speakers you want at the same time. This will allow you to compare the 2, overlay the 2 on top of one another, means when you turn them both on at the same time, it will subtract, and you can see if there's an all-pass filter or some form of strange equalization going on in there. It works with an iDevice that has a lightning connector. It'll also work, you can also, in the instructions, it'll show you how to make an aux to RCA adapter if you want to plug it into an RTA that you currently already have that only has 1 channel. It'll turn any one of those into a 2-channel device. So it makes it really nice. Also, if you would like to own some swag that says 5-star on it, because I know a lot of you do, you can find that at dnfswag.com. And of course, if you're interested in getting tools that we use on the show, tape, a lot of people like tape. Install stuff is where that is located. Some plastics. You can find that at dnftooldrower.com. That is dnftooldrower.com, which is also the home of the IRTA. We'd like to thank our sponsors this week, which were Audio Control and Focal, specifically the Auditor line. And of course, if you're interested in picking up a wire ruler, you can get that at Mobile Solutions
USA.com.
USA.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And don't forget to tune in Wednesday,
That's right.
6:30, over on the YouTube. We'll have the guys on. It'll be fun. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the ether. Bye.
Bye, guys.